are. We're putting the 8556 back together, and we'll start with it's got a lot of parts, but I'm going to throw this thumb toggle into this toggle into place. This is for moving the stop and making the outside lever active or inactive. And you can see it's got a ball bearing, spring ball bearing, with a press fit plug holding it in place, and that hits these couple of stop points. So there we go. We'll get that in place. Drop the pivot pin in place. There we go. Beautiful. We'll get the lower hub in place just like that. And just to illustrate, I can drop this stop in place. You can see that you push the toggle and the stop moves. There we go. Next, I'll put this ring in just so I don't forget it. And now we've got a bunch of stuff we have to do. We've got to, where the heck do we start? Oh, we've got to put this in place. This is, oh, I'm sorry. We've got to put this in place. This is the lock toggle, and that goes, that goes right here, held in place with this screw with a small bushing in it. So let's put that in. There we go. That's engages and disengages just like so. Next we can put this in place. This is the anti-pick mechanism lever. And I forgot, it goes like that, engaged in the thumb. Oh. Just like so. There's a spacer bushing that goes right there. So we've got that anti-pick mechanism. Here's the anti-pick mechanism that interacts with that anti-pick lever. It gets a spring, so it's just like it's the auxiliary latch is the other name for the anti-pick mechanism. And you can see when that's engaged, the hub becomes locked. So there we go. Got a couple more things to put in place. One is this spacer bushing here. Now we can throw the latch bolt into place. That gets the latch bolt guide pin, which is also pushed on by the hubs. There's the top pin. Gets the latch bolt spring, just like so. You see this goes up a little bit. We've got a thumb turn hub, which gets engaged like so, and the thumb turn. So this is a little bit different. There's a special thumb turn hub because there's no deadbolt. So this is a pivot point for the anti-latch mechanism, but I forgot to put in, what did I forget to put in? This guy. And this guy goes sorry about that. This guy goes underneath here. Sorry about that. This guy goes right here. And engages the pin. I'll get this back in place. There we go. Pivot point. There we go. That's starting to look like a lock. Son of a gun. I gotta take it back apart. I forgot the spring. The spring for the anti-pick lever, the auxiliary latch lever. That goes right underneath here, like so. Son of a gun. Engages here. Like that. And like that. And pushes up right there. And gets held out of the way, or remains engaged. Did I just put that on backwards? I may have just put that on backwards. Sorry. I don't know how that goes. So there we go. This goes around here like this. Drop that auxiliary latch lever in place and line it up on the, there we go, just like so. So now it's spring loaded. Drop that spacer pin in place. We can engage the auxiliary latch lever. There we go.
How are you, buddy?
Doing all right, Sebastian. We're putting this lock together, trying not to forget any parts. First round we forgot a couple of parts, but now we'll get this in place.
And you're doing that because you're taking pictures?
We're taking pictures and also making a video so that if we need to email one of the locksmiths, they'll be able to get this thing put together. So that's very helpful there with that. There we go. Pin in place right here.
How is everything?
It's all right.
How's your daughter?
She's wonderful, Sebastian.
She's 1 year old already.
1 year
About
old
to be,
already. No, she is. She turned one over the on the 18th.
The 18th of the February.
Of February.
Right? Oh, see, I told you. I know.
See, there we go. Just like that. And this guy goes right here. And the case cover will hold those pins in alignment.
18, right? Only for like Valentine's Day.
Just after Valentine's Day. So we've got a lever spring that goes right here. And we can compress that like so. Whoop. I'm pulling the thing apart. Sorry, Sebastian. So here we are, caught up with Sebastian. He's doing well, but let's put this hub back in place. You can see it engages with the latch bolt guide pin, just like so. And we got the latch bolt spring in place, and we got a spacer ring. And let's get the spring in place. We do that by taking a punch or a tool that's worked down, hold the hub in place, and compress that spring, and then push it into place. So you can see I bent the spring up and then dropped it down. And of course, every time I hit that latch bolt before the cover gets on, that latch bolt spring is going to pop out. So let me reseat that. There we go. Get the hub in, the upper hub, where the lower hub was in place. Now we're putting the upper hub. There we go. Upper hub. And there is the latch spring. What are we sticking at? Okay, I put that together backwards. This this lever, latch lever, the cylinder latch lever is what it would be, actually goes up above the latch. There we go. There we go. Hub's back in place. You can see that spring puts a lot of pressure on the lower hub, just like so. And now we'll get this back in place, just like so. There we go. And the cylinder screw bracket. So as we line this up, there's a couple of things we got to get in line. These two pins, the case cover spacing pin, the toggle pin, the latch bolt guide pin, the thumb turn pin, and let's put the cover screws in place. 1, 2, 3. So there we go. We got the auxiliary latch lever, the anti-pick mechanism. When it's depressed, the lock won't go. The thumb lever, the toggle, which throws the stop, engaging or disengaging the stop bar so that the outside lever becomes rigid. You can see here we've got a latch retraction mechanism. We come down, we hit this, disengage the hit this lever here that you saw me put in, the little guy here, disengage the anti-pick mechanism, the auxiliary latch, and allows me to throw the latch bolt back. If I don't hit that, I shouldn't be able to throw the latch bolt back. Whoa! And now that's not working properly. Oh, this also throws the latch lever. Good. Alright, we'll get the armor front on. That's always towards the end of the process here. Sometimes the locks are fully assembled waiting for armor fronts to come out of finishing. That's not uncommon. And you can see this is one of my longer assembly videos, just a lock I'm not familiar with, and getting that spring in place is kind of tough.